The Hulk, who was created in 1962 by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, has become one of the most iconic superheroes in the Marvel Universe. Most notably known for his green skin, purple pants, and physical strength, he is loved by many around the world.
The world will see you're a hero.
The Hulk is an interesting character in that there is more to him than meets the eye. Mostly, he is known for his ability to smash things and get angry. In this video, you will learn some things you may not have known about him. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button below and join our notification squad to watch all of our latest content. And can you guess which feature film these emojis are referencing? Stay tuned to find out shortly following the video. Leaping and jumping abilities. We all know the Incredible Hulk can smash things very well. Did you know that he can jump obscene distances as well? The Hulk's leg muscles are augmented so much that he can travel miles on a single leap. He has been known to travel into the Earth's atmosphere on a single bound, which is super impressive. As you've seen in all of the movies the Hulk has appeared, jumping is his main mode of transportation. Given the strength of his jumps and how high and far he can go, the Hulk has been known to create craters and also create small amounts of seismic activity. In the 2003 release of Hulk starring Eric Bana, you really get a feel for how far and high the Hulk can jump. There is one scene in particular where he is leaping great distances in the desert and even seems to be flying at one point with his arms outstretched and wind blowing in his hair. Now, while he can't 100% fly like some other superheroes, it is a pretty awesome power if he needs to cover a lot of distance in a short amount of time. It would be cool to see him create some earthquakes in the future or jump close to reaching outer space.
Oh, for God's sake.
You okay? Even you can't take a full gamma blast for long.
I'll live.
High resistance and high durability. It is said that the Hulk possesses dynamic durability in relation to his increase in anger. He gets stronger, and he also has the ability to heal quicker, and his skin becomes tougher. This may be another reason why we haven't seen his healing abilities on the big screen. He may just be hulking out so much that his skin becomes extremely tough. In the final fight scene between the Hulk and Abomination in the Incredible Hulk movie, it does seem like the angrier he gets, the bigger and stronger he gets. In the Avengers movies, it doesn't really seem like this holds true. In the 2003 movie Hulk, you can really see this power come to life. It is the scene after Bruce is fighting Talbots in his home and says Talbots is making him angry. Bruce throws him out the window and starts immediately getting shot at. Once this happens, you can see a sock he is wearing ripping apart and his body increases in size. That is something we haven't seen in the Avengers or the Incredible Hulk. This would be something else that would show off the Hulk's full capabilities in future Avengers movies or another solo movie if they decide to make one. For those who love free stuff, we're excited to announce the Premium Network. The Premium gets you early access to videos from Screen Rant, CBR, The Gamer, and many other great channels. Literally thousands of videos in one place with ad-free browsing. How sweet is that? Sign up for free the Premium by clicking the link to start binge-watching videos from your favorite channels. Thunderclap. One of the Hulk's powers that we haven't seen a whole lot of is his Thunderclap. He is able to slam his hands together to create a large concussive force. He uses it for various reasons, including creating a concussive blast to hurt enemies, blow away gas, or put out fires, or even deafen people. You see in the 2008 movie The Incredible Hulk starring Edward Norton the power of the Thunderclap. It is when he is fighting Abomination, the gray Hulk-like monster, and a fire erupts on the helicopter that has Bruce's love interest, Dr. Betty Ross, and her father General Ross inside. He turns around, claps his hands together, and shortly after the fire is extinguished. The clap has to be pretty thunderous sounding, so you wouldn't want the Hulk to be giving a round of applause anywhere. We haven't seen him use this power in any of the newer movies, but perhaps we will in the future since it is one of his signature moves. Hulk's Thunderclap has been described as being as loud as a sonic boom, being like a hurricane, and just plain lethal. It is a pretty cool use of his strength to create something so powerful just by clapping. Healing abilities. Now, while we may not see it firsthand in any of the movies that he stars in, the Hulk has incredible healing abilities. Whenever bullets and other artillery hit him, we always just see them bounce off or not do any damage. Nothing seems to penetrate his skin where we can physically see him heal. His healing abilities are said to rival that of Wolverine and Deadpool, and maybe even more advanced, believe it or not. Not only can he regenerate tissue at an accelerated rate, but he is also immune to all known Earth-based diseases. Wouldn't it be nice to never get sick again or catch anything life-threatening? The Hulk is able to repair tissues from minor and fatal injuries in just seconds. Pair this with his super strength, the ability to jump long distances, and tough skin makes him one of the most well-rounded superheroes ever created. The creators definitely wanted to make him incredible, and indeed he is. Seeing the Hulk use his regenerative abilities like Wolverine and Deadpool would be great to see in future movies. It would be interesting to see him fight someone that used a blade for a weapon, as that seems like the most likely way we would see it happen.
Just traded one problem for another.
Are you ready to see red? Booyah!
He can create more Hulks. This may come as a surprise to you, but did you know that Bruce Banner, aka the Hulk, can create more Hulks just like him? That's right. As you know, the cause of his transformation was the exposure to gamma radiation, which completely altered his DNA. Did you know that there are other Hulks in the Marvel Universe as well? Yeah, well, believe it or not, there are. The Hulk discovered something about himself that he didn't know before, and that he could create others just like him. He figured out that he could give someone a blood transfusion who shares the same DNA as his, thus giving them his abilities. This happened when he did this to his cousin Jennifer Walters during an emergency blood transfusion. She then became the only other Hulk at the time, going by the name She-Hulk. Luckily, Jennifer was able to retain most of her personality, including her intelligence and control. She also shared the same capability as the Hulk in that the angrier she got, the stronger she would become. If the blood transfusions worked on everyone, if the Hulk got into the wrong hands, it could pose quite a threat to humanity. Fortunately, it only worked on those who share his DNA.
Target angry!
Survival in space. Thanks to Guardians of the Galaxy, audiences have started to get used to seeing superheroes in outer space. We've kind of already covered that the Hulk is one indestructible superhero, but did you know that he can survive in outer space as well? Any other being would be sure to die in the void of space if not for the proper equipment, but not the Hulk. The Marvel Universe has always explored the galaxy, and the Hulk was one character that was part of space exploration. He was launched in a pressurized vessel for safety, which eventually broke. This caused him to become angrier, and due to his dynamic durability, his body was able to adapt to the harsh environment of outer space. It seems like you can't really stop the Hulk from doing pretty much anything. It will be interesting to see if this capability is shown in the future Avengers movie, since they will undoubtedly meet up with the Guardians of the Galaxy at some point. It would be awesome to see the Hulk in outer space with nothing but his infamous purple shorts on. Plus, he wouldn't feel as awkward being the only green-skinned person around with Gamora present. Superhuman speed. Undoubtedly, the first thing you probably think about the Hulk is how strong he is, or his ability to smash things. Did you know that he also has superhuman speed? We know, kinda hard to believe that such a behemoth could run so fast. Well, it's true. He can pretty much destroy most superheroes in a foot race. It's actually one of his best capabilities, seeing as it is so unexpected that someone so big can run that fast. In the movies, this trait isn't really featured like some of his other ones. You can get a glimpse of it in the 2003 version when he is running in the desert and away from two helicopters that are firing at him. It is said that the Hulk can run about 400 miles per hour, possibly even faster. That's even faster than a top-fueled dragster at top speed. You definitely wouldn't want him chasing you, that's for sure. Perhaps in the future, there will be foes he needs to run away from or towards, and we can finally see his true speed. Given the rest of his abilities, speed is another advantage he holds above a lot of other villains. He can see ghosts. We know it sounds pretty far-fetched, but if you didn't already know, the Hulk has the ability to see ghosts. Plus, he is one of the few people that can see Dr. Stephen Strange in his astral form. If you've seen Doctor Strange, you know what we're talking about. If not, it is where a person leaves their physical body and can travel in his or her ghost-like state, or what is also referred to as an out-of-body experience. If Doctor Strange ends up helping the Avengers, which is very likely, we may see the Hulk and him have some great scenes together on the big screen. The Hulk would have a much much bigger role if this happens and would be a great way for people to understand the big guy even better. This capability came about when Bruce Banner killed his father, and fearing that he could come back to seek revenge, Banner gave the Hulk the ability to see ghosts to prevent this from happening. A very interesting trait to have indeed, but anything can happen when comic book characters are created. What do you think? Would you like to see the Hulk's ghost-seeing ability shown on the big screen? Resistance to mind control. Probably one of the most important powers that the Hulk has is the ability to resist mind control. Since he is basically a weapon of mass destruction of sorts, he has fail-safes in case he were to ever fall into the wrong hands. There wouldn't be many things worse than having a creature like the Hulk under enemy control. It would be interesting if this were ever a plot in the MCU, such as Hydra trying to control him like they did with Bucky Barnes. Not too likely to happen though. The theory surrounding his ability to withstand mind control is that there are multiple personalities residing within him. Not only is there Bruce Banner, who is a very nice guy and empathetic deep down, there is of course the Green Guy and other facets of the Hulk's personality as well. With a combination of all these personalities, not even someone with exceptional capabilities such as Professor X would be able to control all of them at once, thus making the Hulk completely impervious to psychic control. It would be pretty interesting to see Professor X show up and try to control him just to see what happens. How about you? Have you ever thought about the Hulk's resiliency to psychic control?
That's my secret, Cap. I'm always angry.
Prolonged longevity. Bruce Banner never seems like he thoroughly enjoys being the Hulk. You really sense it in the end of the Avengers Age of Ultron when he takes off on a ship all by himself. He's a good guy deep down, and it hurts him to know that he causes so much destruction and has little control over it. The worst part about this is that he has to live like this for a long time, given that he ages at an incredibly slow rate. His healing capabilities, his resistance to viruses and diseases, and the gamma radiation that he absorbed from the accident, which empowers him and gives him an extremely long lifespan. Imagine if you had to live like that for years with little control over yourself. Not an easy task to do. In an alternate future, the Hulk outlived mankind on Earth and was still in his physical prime. Luckily, Thor and Captain America are two other Avengers that have long lifespans as well, so the Hulk wouldn't be lonely when others around him may have passed on. This is another one of his powers that won't show up in the movies, but is interesting to think about. Well, what'd you think of the powers that the Hulk possesses? Were there any that you didn't know of in this video? Before we forget, the answer to the movie emoji is, well, did you get it right? Be sure to let us know in the comments section below and check out our playlist to watch other great content. Thanks for watching.